Hello my dear friends, a very warm welcome to Raman tutorial for English. My dear friends, this is Ramakant from Tumkur. Hi my dear friends, in this video we are going to discuss one of the most important topics for all types of competitive exams, that is the correct usage of to and enough. So, my dear friends, to and enough is generally one of the most important topic which has been confusing for the English learners. So let us go and discuss about to and enough in detail, my dear friends. See, my dear friends, to and enough. To and enough are the adverbs. They are used to describe a verb, another adverb, and another adjective. My dear friends, these two are the what you can call adverbs. So, what is the function of an adverb? An adverb is a word which is used to describe a verb or another adverb or an adjective. So, at the same time, see my dear friends, enough is used as an adjective. So, what is the function of an adjective, my dear friends? The function of an adjective is to describe the noun. So, enough sometimes is used as an adjective, my dear friends. See, at the same time, let us go and learn in detail through examples and through what you can call different definitions, meanings, at the same time different patterns of to and enough, each and everything we are going to discuss in detail, my dear friends. See, my dear friends, first we are going to discuss the meaning of the word to and enough. So here, what is the meaning of the word to? See, to is used to mean more than sufficient or more than or less than necessary, more or less than necessary or more than sufficient enough, more than necessary. In such conditions, we use to, my dear friends. At the same time, what is the meaning of enough? Enough is used to refer to mean sufficient. So, to is used to show more than sufficient, whereas enough is used to refer the things which are sufficient. So at the same time, let us go and discuss with the other meaning of the word to. To means more than what is needed. To means more than what is needed. So at the same time, enough as the meaning of completion or satisfaction or any other things. For example, enough, we can frame an example. I have enough time to write the exam. Means I have complete time to write the exam. At the same time, satisfaction. I have enough money to pay the bill. So here enough is used for complete satisfaction, sufficient, again completion for such purposes. So at the same time, let us go and discuss another meaning of the word to. To has the meaning of very or a lot, more than sufficient, too much, at the same time. So these are the several other meanings of the word to, my dear friends. At the same time, so one more important point we must note, that is to is usually used for negative cases. For example, he is too short to reach the board. So I mean, in this sentence we used to as with the purpose of negativity. So that's why generally to is used for what purpose? Negative purpose, my dear friends. At the same time, enough is used for positive cases. I have enough money to pay the bills. Means this is positive case. So, in the meanwhile, let us go and learn with the other what you can call meanings. To means that something is incomplete or unable to be completed. Basically, can't. It means cannot. To means cannot. Okay. I have for example, I can frame number of examples. I have sorry, he is too weak to win the match, to pass in the exam. That means he is so weak that he cannot pass the examination. So that means to is used in the meaning of cannot, almost negativity. So in the similar way, enough is used in negative sentences, mean less than sufficient or less than necessary. So enough is used in negative sentences. So to show less than sufficient or less than what I can call, so less than necessary. For example, I don't have brought enough money for this shopping. So here less than, enough money means less than sufficient, less than necessary. So these are the such examples or such meanings of what you can call to and what you can call enough, my dear friends. So in the meanwhile, let us go and discuss what is the difference between to and enough. See, my dear friends, to is used for negative situations. We have already discussed. Preferably to is used for negative. At the same time, enough is used for positive, my dear friends. Enough is used for positive. To is used for negative situations, whereas enough is used for positive situations, my dear friends. So at the same time, to becomes or to comes before the adjectives or adverbs it's describing. So generally this one we must keep in our mind. Wherever we use to, it should be placed before, so before adjective or adverb. Too big, too small. So like this. Too early to wake up. It is too early to wake up. Early is an adverb. So before that, to is used. Where? So if you want to use to, then we must use before adjectives or adverbs, my dear friends. At the same time, enough. Enough is used after adjectives or adverbs, my dear friends. To is used before adjectives or adverbs. Enough is used after adjectives or adverb. For example, he is strong enough to fight in the competition. Is what I can call, so he is high, or you can use like this. It is big enough to eat. So like this we can use. So that means enough is used after the adjectives or adverbs. Again, to is used before the adjectives or adverbs, my dear friends. This one we must keep in our mind. So again, one more important point you must understand here. To is never used before nouns. To should not be used before nouns. That means to cannot be used an adjective. So whereas enough can be used as an adjective, so which can be used before nouns, but to can be used. So where in the patterns like too much money was needed, in such conditions we can use much money, more money, so before that, so we can use too much. Or so of course to is not used before what you can call nouns. To can be used before adjectives or another adverb, my dear friends. This one we must keep in our mind. But enough sometimes can be used before nouns. That means this can be used as an adjective, my dear friends. So for example, we can use number of time. So in order to uh, qualify a noun, it can be used, my dear friends. About this we are going to discuss in later in detail, my dear friends. See, my dear friends, so what is the pattern of to and adjective? So there are mainly three patterns with the to, at the same time three patterns with the enough. So let us go and learn these three patterns. How do they occur in sentences? See, first and foremost pattern is, so you can identify here, to plus adjective. To is used before adjectives or adverbs, at the same time infinitive. In such, this is one pattern. So for example, the question paper was too difficult. This is an adjective. To finish on time. This is what? To infinitive. So this is the one of the most regular pattern which is used with the word to. So like this. Number of examples we have. So what is this? It is too hard to go out today. Too hard to go out today. To pattern adjective plus to infinitive is there. At the same time, he drives too slow. So this is adverb. To plus adverb. How does he drive? He drives slow. Slow is an adverb. So I already told you. So it is used before adverb or adjective, at the same time to infinitive. This is one pattern. So at the same time another one. It is too early to wake up. It is too early to wake up. So early is also adverbial time. To is used, okay, to intensify that, okay, to intensify the situation. So that's why what you can call so this is also one pattern with the to. So at the same time, let us go and learn such pattern with the what you can call enough. See, enough pattern I already told you, to is used before adjectives, whereas enough is used after adjective or adverb plus to infinitive. Same pattern. So here the thing is, enough is used after adjective or adverb. To is used before adjective or adverb, with the same pattern can be used. See, let us go through the examples, my dear friends. See, the coffee is hot enough to drink. The coffee is hot enough. Hot is the adjective, enough is used after the adjective to drink. The coffee is hot enough to drink, especially in the positive manner, positive case. So enough is used. If we want to use the same for to, the coffee is too hot to drink. That means what? It is used in the case of negativity. The coffee is too hot, so very hot, so that we cannot drink it. So in such conditions we use to, but enough is used for positive conditions, my dear friends. So let us go and learn with other examples also. The instructions were clear enough. The instructions were clear enough to assemble the unit. So clear is also adjective. The situation, the condition here also is in positive condition because to assemble the unit. The instructions were very clear to assemble the unit. So like that it gives positive meaning. It is used after the adjective. So these are the things we need to keep in our mind, my dear friends. So at the same time, he spoke slowly enough for everyone to understand. He spoke slowly enough. While he is speaking, he spoke slowly, legibly he spoke, so that everyone they understood. That means this sentence also gives positive meaning. Again, slowly is an adverb. How did he speak? He spoke slowly. Enough is used after the adverb. This is another pattern which we must understand, my dear friends. So like this, another example like that. I could not run fast. I could not run fast enough to win the race. I could not run fast enough to win the race. This is also fast is a verb. Sorry, fast is an adverb. After that, enough is used, my dear friends. This is the one pattern with to plus enough. So for to plus adjective or adverb plus infinitive. At the same time, for enough, adjective or adverb plus enough plus infinitive. So this is the one pattern. So let us go and learn with the second pattern. Pattern number 2. 2 plus adjective or adverb plus for plus somebody or something. Another pattern of 2 we have in sentence in our day-to-day life, my dear friends. So what is that? You can see the coffee is too hot for me. Another sentence. There we used for what you can call, there we used in the pattern of infinitive to infinitive, but here in this what you can call coffee is the subject, is to is used, hot adjective is used, for is used. Another pattern, somebody means somebody or something means somebody means me. The dress is too big for her. Again somebody. So these too big for her. These are the another pattern. So let us go and learn with the another pattern with enough. With the word enough we are going to learn, my dear friends. See, adjective or adverb plus enough for plus somebody or something. See here, the hall is the large enough for the audience. The hall is the large enough for the audience. Okay, here is another example. The dress was, so make it correction here. Just, my dear friends, the dress was big enough for her. So this is the another pattern. So let us go and learn with the third pattern. So this is also very important. So 2 plus much for uncountable or 2 plus more for countable nouns. I already told you this is the another usage of 2. There are too many people. Many is used for countable nouns. So before many, to intensify the word many, what you can call to is used. There are too many people in the auditorium. So at the same time, more than enough. So I have too much money for the shopping. So more than enough money for the shopping I have. So here also I don't have, in negative sentences, I don't have too many friends to help me. So she added too much sugar. Added too much sugar to prepare coffee. So these are the such examples. So like this, we don't have enough gas to cook. So here, so let us go and see what is the pattern of enough. First adjective or adverb plus enough plus noun can be used. I mean, so enough can be used for before nouns also. So here enough can be used before nouns. See my dear friends. So here enough gas. Gas is a noun. Before nouns enough is used. So like this, another example, I have enough money to travel. So money is a noun. Before that enough is used. So if you want to use any adjective or adverb, so there what you must do? So see, so like this, there was enough pizza for every day. Pizza is a noun, so enough is used to intensify a noun. That means, so enough can be used as an adjective, my dear friends. Here enough can be used as an adjective. So this is the third pattern of usage of enough, my dear friends. So like this, so let us go and learn. So far we have learned number of rules related to what you can call to and enough. So we have learned the patterns, the meaning, the difference, and all those things. So now let us go and learn through test. So we have some technical questions for test. So let us go and learn. Also choose the correct answer. Here there were dash many questions to answer. So I only did 3. There were too many questions to answer, more than necessity, more than the need. So that's why to is used. So enough is not cannot be used because sufficient not. Enough many questions cannot be used because here more than enough or more than sufficient questions are there, but I only answered 3. So the correct sentence or the correct word to be filled in the blank is to, my dear friends, instead of enough. So like this, let us go and learn with the second example. The coffee was dash to drink. So I left it for a minute to cool. See, if this clause is not there, ought enough can be used. When, if this clause, I left it for a minute to drink, if this clause is not mentioned, then this is used. But here it is mentioned. So that's why the correct answer for this, the coffee was too hot. That means too hot to drink. That means it was too hot to drink. More than necessity, more than need. The hotness, the hot of that coffee was more than necessary. Okay, so that's why I left it for a minute. So here, too hot is the suitable rather than hot enough, my dear friends, because so the hot, the coffee was too hot, more than the hot which cannot be drink, so that much of hot, that's why too hot is suitable one. So like this, third example, I did not buy the jacket because it was big enough or too big, because it was too big. So I need big jacket, but here too big jacket is there. So that's why this is the correct answer. Big enough is wrong answer. The shoes were dash, so I did not buy them. The shoes were small enough as also cannot be used. Small enough cannot be used. Too big again. Too big, so I did not buy them. So like this, I did not get it because it was too expensive. Another, it was expensive enough. Not, it was too expensive, more than the limit of expense is there. So when we are talking about more than the limit or more than the necessity, so then we use too, my dear friends, instead of expensive enough. I haven't got dash time. I haven't got dash to take holiday this year. I haven't got enough time. Enough is most suitable. So at least necessity time. I haven't got even necessity time to take holiday this year. So too much means more than necessity. Necessity time is most suitable one, my dear friends. That's why enough time is the correct answer. So the seventh one, he did not do dash to pass the exam. He did not do enough work, necessity work to pass the exam. He did not do too much work, should not be used. So enough work is the correct answer, my dear friends. So like this, I did not know him too well, but I was still upset when he died. I did not know him too well. I did not know him too much, but I was still upset. Here correct answer is too well, my dear friends. Like this, I put a scarf on. I put on a scarf because it was. I put on a scarf. I put on. So here you can use I put on a scarf because it was what? What is the correct answer? Can you guess it? It was cold enough or too cold? Too cold. There was too cold. The cold was more than need. So that's why I used a scarf. I put on a scarf. So like that with the last example, let us go discuss, my dear friends. So isn't dash to go back to work at isn't well enough. He isn't well enough to go back to work yet. Still is not well enough to go back to work, my dear friends. This is all the information about too and enough. Thank you for watching this video, my dear friends.